Hey everybody, Jessica Levinson in for Harry. I am a professor at Loyola Law School and host of the podcast Passing Judgment. I want to talk again about E Jean Carroll, the journalist who successfully sued the former president, President Trump, for sexual assault and defamation. So everybody knows the big legal news last week is that E Jean Carroll was successful in her suit that had two counts, one for sexual abuse and the other for defamation. New York created a law where it allowed adult survivors of sexual abuse an extra year to bring cases against their alleged perpetrators when the cases otherwise would have been too old. This was an outgrowth of the Me Too movement. So E Jean Carroll was able to bring a case based on an alleged rape and sexual assault that occurred in the mid-1990s. She also brought a defamation claim, and that claim was based on statements that the former president made in denying her allegations that he sexually assaulted her. He said, "I didn't rape her because she's not my type. This is a con job. This is all a big hoax. And she's just trying to sell books and make money." I'm paraphrasing here. The jury was not buying what the former president was selling, and they handed a victory to E Jean Carroll on both of those counts. Again, saying that the former president sexually abused her, and then also saying that he was liable for defamation, and saying that she should recover $5 million from him. Now, what happens the very next day? The very next day, the former president is the guest for a CNN town hall. It's a ranging town hall where he spews a number of his lies about the election, about foreign policy. He says that it's totally fine to default on the debt limit, which would be an economic catastrophe. But for our purposes, what matters here is that he doubled down on his claims that he never sexually abused E Jean Carroll. And in the same way that he denied those claims before, he again denied it, saying, again, I'm paraphrasing, it's all a con job, it's all a hoax, it's just a witch hunt, it's just politically motivated. And so now the question is, because he made those same statements again, very, very similar to the ones that were found to be defamatory, will E Jean Carroll sue him again? She has been interviewed and she said, basically, I'm leaving the door open. She was interviewed at one point with her attorney, Roberta Kaplan. Some of you may know that Roberta Kaplan is known in part, of course, for this case now, but also for successfully arguing for the overturning of the Defense of Marriage Act in a case called Windsor. That was a case that ultimately led to Obergefell, where the Supreme Court said that marriage is a fundamental right and that everybody, including same-sex couples, should be able to marry. And so they're leaving the door open. What's going to happen? I don't know. I can imagine on the one hand, E Jean Carroll would say, I'm done. I've been vindicated. There is still another defamation case pending that she has filed against the former president. I'll explain that in a minute. On the other hand, I can imagine that she says, a jury just said that these statements are defamatory, so I'm going to sue again. Now, what's that other case that I said? I'll get back to that in a moment. It's a case based on denials that the former president made, denials to her sexual abuse allegations while he was president. And there's a different legal issue here as to whether or not he can be sued based on statements he made while he was president. Very briefly, the issue is presidents are immune from civil suit for a lot of things, but those things have to be part of their official duties. Hard for me to see how that type of denial of an allegation of sexual abuse would be part of his official duties, but that is a question pending, and that's why that case is currently paused. So that's all your E Jean Carroll news right now, and we'll bring more to you as it comes up.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.